So it is our desire, as we are moving through the hours that we are together today, to remind you that you have control of your emotions. Now, many would say, how? And many more would say, why? Why would I want to control my emotions? And we say, because it's your in-the-moment life experience. We want to say, why would you not? Why would you not rather feel good than bad in any moment? And most of you would say, well, when you put it that way, of course we would rather feel good than bad. In fact, everything that anyone wants, no matter what it is, a material object, a pile of money, a relationship, an improved condition, everything that everyone wants is because they believe they would feel better in the having of it. No exception. So at very clear, deep levels, you understand that you want to feel good. You just don't yet know that you can always feel good. So we want to approach this emotion which is central to your moment-to-moment life. We want to approach it from a new framework today. Many times you come to these gatherings because you do want to gain control over your life experience. And if you've been listening to us for a while, you've been hearing us say, might want to give that control up. Because the control that most humans are trying to affect is control of conditions. If I could just control that condition, then when I look at it, I would have a good feeling, knee-jerk response to it. Because good conditions evoke good feelings from me, while bad conditions evoke bad feelings from me. So most humans are really going about it the hard way, the impossible way, trying to control conditions. We want you to realize that since everything that you want is because you think you will feel better in the having of it, we want you to realize with us here today that the primary manifestation that you are looking for, moment by moment by moment, what you're really trying to create, is an emotion right now that feels good. That's why you want to go to a movie that moves you, or to a movie that thrills you, or to a sporting event that makes you feel good. That's why you want to hang out with friends that are uplifting. It's why you want to go places that are inspiring. It's why you want to go on a vacation. It's why you want that new house. It's why you want to drive that car. In other words, you want those experiences because you want to feel good, and you believe that some of those experiences, if you are able to create them and control them, will cause you to feel good. And we don't disagree with any of that. We know that there are many wonderful feeling experiences that you are seeking because you want to feel good. We just want, by the time that you are leaving this room today, to have convinced you that the primary manifestation that you are looking for, and we are using this word specifically and powerfully, we want you to accept with us that the primary manifestation that you're looking for is the manifestation of feeling good. It's the emotional manifestation. And if we can convince you of that, we know that you get it conceptually. But if we can convince you of that, and then further, if we can convince you, and we are really in the convincing mood, so come along with us. If we can convince you that not only is the manifestation of emotion the manifestation that you're really looking for, but that it is something that you can control. You can control your mood manifestation. You can control your attitude manifestation. You just got to understand how it works. And you got to care enough about how you feel to be willing to direct your thoughts in places that do cause the manifestation that feels good, and then you've got it. Once you figure this out, once you accept that the way you feel is in your control, and is, after all, what you have been here in the process of creating all along, then as you begin to deliberately direct your thoughts and discover the delicious alignment that is possible at all times, now you find what you all have been looking for. That absolute freedom. Freedom from bondage, freedom from fear, freedom from poverty, freedom from sickness, freedom from all those things that you've wanted freedom from. You find it when all along what it has been is freedom from resistance over which you have complete and utter and absolute control. Really you do, really you do, really you do, really you do. We told you we're in the convincing mode. Really you do, really you do, really you do. So now What we're having is the conversation, which is what deliberate creation really is allowing yourself to be in the vortex where you are inspired, or where what you really want is revealed to you. And so the deliberateness, let's just apply the deliberate word to, I will deliberately be aware of how I feel, and I will deliberately reach for the best feeling thought that I can find, because I'm deliberately understanding that what I'm deliberately wanting to achieve is deliberate alignment with my emotion. I'm wanting to deliberately create the emotion of well-being, and everything else will follow. Inspiration follows, manifestation follows, everything else will follow that.
That's awesome.
So what does that mean? How do I get into the vortex? Stop writhing in thinking that you're not in. Stop trying to defend why you're not in. Stop trying to explain why you're not in. Stop trying to compare being in and not being in. Make peace with where you are. Where you are is just fine. Where you are is just fine no matter where it is. Because all you have to do is turn in the direction of the vortex. Right? Right. We're glad you're all in agreement. And have you noticed that as you sit and listen to us ramble on and on and on, that in your willingness to focus where we are, as you listen to what we say, you're feeling the resonance of this knowledge because you already hold it. It is the larger part of what you know. And as you come into alignment with what you really know, that's what this is all about, just coming into alignment with what you know. So here's what we know about you. You are source energy in physical bodies, and you came here deliberately intending to sift through contrast to put more things in the vortex because it's fun to line up with the things you put in there. And it wouldn't be fun to line up if you were not lined up. In other words, you got to be out in order to like getting in. And if you weren't out, you'd never put anything in. That's why you came. So isn't it all right no matter where you are? Isn't it all right no matter where you are? Isn't it all right no matter where you are? Isn't it all right no matter where you are? Say yes, or we'll keep going. Isn't it all right? No matter where you are, isn't it all right? And isn't it better than all right? Isn't it really good where you are no matter where you are? Aren't you blessed that you're blind? Just kidding. But really, aren't you blessed? Aren't you blessed that you have the clarity to desire? Isn't that always a blessing? Especially when you know what you know. Now, it's not a blessing if you don't know what you now know. If you didn't know what you now know, we wouldn't have the audacity to call unwanted things a blessing, even though we know they are, because it would upset you too much. But now you know what you know. It really doesn't matter where you are, does it? It doesn't matter where you are.